right. Well, we definitely were happy with the outcome of our game last week. I thought our guys once again played hard. They were into it, and they performed well. And those are all good things that you love to see happen. And very proud of the football team and the staff. And it was a big win for us. So we've got to build on it. And now we're on to the meat of the schedule. And it starts off against a daggone very good opponent that is very talented, has a lot of speed. And we've got our hands full. The great thing is we get to come back home in front of our fans and play in homecoming weekend. But we've got to have a great week of practice. We've got to get some guys healthy. We got to make sure we give it our best effort because this is a great football team we're playing. Well, our balance has definitely helped us. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'd love to be able to come in here and throw it every play. We're just not ready for that. And that's not our team right now. Well, if you know me, we're not looking down the road, so no, we're looking at this game fully. You know, we got to go out all out and try to win this one. It's a big game for us. It's a huge opportunity to play against an outstanding team that's very talented and playing at a high level and do it in front of our fans. Well, Coach Harbaugh is as good as it gets when it comes to knowing football and how to coach, and I think he does understand. He's got a great defense. He's got some dynamic players on special teams, and while he wants to score points on offense, I'm sure he doesn't want to screw it up either. So I think they're going to, control the ball. They're going to try to continue to pound the ball at you and not do things to beat themselves. So while they may not be scoring, I don't know if they're beating themselves, and that's kind of the key to winning. So I think he's smart enough to realize, hey, we'll just keep working with our offense and get them better each week and allow our defense and special teams to try to continue to dominate. He's been around football. He knows how to win, and the formula has worked.
What stands out about that defense that you've seen on film?
Well, always early in the week, you watch and you're like, holy cow, how are we going to score a point? So I'm at that stage right now. They're fast, they're athletic. This year they're giving you more multiple looks and a 3-3 stack and bringing guys from all over. They're aggressive. They pressure on the outside. They don't give up easy completions. I haven't seen many people run the ball on them. We're going to have to continue to study hard all week and try to figure something out because they're very good. Well, I think David did a very good job. He was much better this week at running and getting a few first downs and not turning the ball over, which is huge. And then he was efficient when he threw the football, and that's kind of what he is. And I think that he played within himself. He did a very good job, and I like the way he performed. We brought in Elijah, and I like the way he performed. He did a very good job. He moved us down the field. He threw a touchdown. He had us moving again until we had kind of a little bit of a high pass, but it still hit our receiver in the hand and popped up in the air, and that kind of stopped the drive. So he's had some bad luck with some drops, but he's improved, and I think he's got a big arm. And I think at certain times you may have to have both, but I like the progress of both. As you guys know, we're not afraid to play two, and wouldn't be surprised if we still do. But David, earned the start last week, and I thought he did a good job this past week in the game too. Every week it's about trying to raise your level of play, and if you've played good the week before, that's great, but now you've set the bar a little bit higher, and you've got to go out and try to improve upon that. Me being an outsider, brand new to the conference, there was about 4 teams in the Big Ten when I watched. I'm like, ooh, these guys are really good. All the others were somewhere similar. It was just a matter of who was going to play hard and who was going to play to the end and finish for 60 minutes and really want to win. So I thought we could be in most games, and you never know. And I think week one, we probably played Louisville closer than a lot of people thought, and I think our guys gained some confidence. We came out in the second week and had a good showing, and in the third week against a good opponent on the road, we raised up to the challenge and did a very good job. So we've got our hands full, but in these type of games, you got to go in internally believing that you can get it done. You've got to be willing to fight the entire game. You've got to be able to do the small things and not beat yourself so that you can get in the second half and be close. And then if you can do that and a few things go your way, well, then you never know. And that's kind of what we have to make sure we do is do all the small things in this game to keep it close into the second half. It was good to see Terry Wright make some explosive plays. I know one got called back, which was a great play by him, but he was in there more. Isaac Zico was in there more. He didn't get as much production, but he did a good job. Corey Holmes got in there. So, yes, we want to play more, and I think some of those young guys have some ability. It's just they're green as far as knowing this level of competition and exactly what to do, but they're getting better, and they've had a good attitude.
It strikes me that it pains you when you have to call running plays or get conservative in the second half. How much do you hurt having to do those two things?
Well, yeah, it's not the most fun, and it was a little painful over there having to run the ball so much. But as a head coach, you kind of have to do what you think is going to help your team win. And at the time, our defense was playing well. We scored a lot of points in the first half. I wasn't about to get all aggressive, and all of a sudden here comes some interceptions, a pick for a touchdown, a sack because we're trying to chuck it up the field and be stupid. And I think because of that, we kept the lead and we were in control the whole time.
You've talked a lot about not losing the game, not making sure you don't screw it up for yourself. Is there going to be even more of an emphasis on that this week against a team like Michigan that does those types of things well?
Yeah, you better believe there is. If we turn it over, it's not going to be a pretty day. Their returners are good. Their special teams, they've got good athletes. Not only just the returners, they got good athletes that can run and tackle, and they got speed. It's a concern. We've already talked about it, met with Coach Levine. We're going to have to be very sound in what we're doing, and we're going to have to find a way to make plays and not allow them to get some touchdowns in special teams, which they have done. So in all aspects, we got our hands full because it's a good football team and they're well coached. So we're going to have to come ready to play, do the small things, play hard, and try to get the game in the second half with a chance. It will be a challenge, and it will test us as coaches in every position. But these are the games you live for, and it'll be exciting because it's such a good opponent, and I know we'll have a great atmosphere.